Hey there. So a while back I made this video showing off my house because I had built this house and I was quite proud of it, you know, this house. This is the house, of course, and that video got a few thousand views, which was pretty nice for me, so I decided to make an update and show you guys what I've been up to with this playthrough. Inside, not much has changed, as you can see. I have upgraded the kitchen. There's a stone oven in there, and then the magic corner where I managed to squeeze both of the crafting stations in there. This one's a little bit underneath. If I go in my secret hole, you can see it sits on a platform, and all the other doodads and stuff in there, mostly the same. But yeah, not much has changed on the inside. However, on the outside, it's a different story, because if I just go out here a little bit, you'll see that I might have maybe, just maybe, gone a little bit too far. As you can see, I have a lot of time on my hands, and I decided to use it doing this for some reason. But it was quite fun, you know. I built all of this from scratch, and no god mode or anything like that, just a regular playthrough. And let me give you a tour. This, of course, is the wall, which goes all the way around. As you can see, you can run on top of it, but you can also, I have these areas where you can go underneath, next to the gates, usually. And you can go inside of the wall, and, you know, just sit here and defend your castle. Of course, this is all completely unnecessary. You can't even shoot through the thing. Even if there weren't any bars there, you couldn't shoot a bow through there, but still, I thought it was nice. You'll just notice over here quickly, I just have a couple of gardens because I had this extra room and I didn't know what to do with it, so I just made some gardens. But over here on this side, you'll notice this is one of the entrances to the thing. I call this the Great, what is that? North, yeah, the Great Northern Entrance is what everybody calls this. And if you go in here, you'll notice a little park area. You know, this is pretty nice. You can just come here and chill outside next to trees, but still within the protection of your walled fortress, you know, so that's nice, but also kind of pointless. Anyway, down here, this is where you'll find the armory. This is where I keep my weapons and tools. I don't know if tools go in a armory necessarily, but armors definitely do, I would imagine. And most of this stuff is stuff I actually used during the game that I actually built because I needed in the game. Only a few of them I built specifically just to put up on the walls. I'm not pointing any fingers, but yeah, some of them I didn't actually use. Anyway, up here, this is my magical area. You can see I have the magician stuff here and then some tools on this side. And the dead razor makes a nice little trophy up there. And down here, there's another floor because initially this was a barn. It was just a big old barn where I kept my pigs. I was just messing around with it, decided to build something on top. But still, over here, there's still pigs. Although this guy, I'm not sure what his problem is. He's 90% tamed, but he just won't go any farther. This guy's fine. This guy is just scared, and there's no talking to him. He's been like this for months, so I don't know what his problem is, but anyway, this is my armory pig combo building. Quite the combination there. And over here to the left, you'll notice this is my portal hub. I might have gone a bit too far with the banners, but you know, it was one of those days. Inside, you'll notice there's portals on both sides, and there's numbers up there. Why am I not triggering them? Ooh, I have copper. There we go. If you trigger them, you can actually see. But this is a good tip. If you ever want to work in an area like this, just grab some metal so you don't trigger that. But you'll notice I have numbers over there on top and on the walls and also on the back. And it goes around in a horseshoe. I don't know if it's my favorite, but it did okay for this playthrough. And we also have room up here, but I didn't really use it. And then if we keep going this way, we get back to the top platform over here, which wasn't really intentional, you know. That's kind of the fun of the game sometimes. Your initial mistakes when you're placing the building sort of have to turn into intentional design elements later on, so that was fun. This is what I did over here. I did you know, this is where I have the bees. What do you mean they need more space? They were fine earlier, guys, I swear. Anyway, all these guys are fine. On this other side, there are the windmills. And, of course, tons of onions. And an extra hot tub. Can never have enough hot tubs, that's what I always say. Down here, chickens. Chickens very important. Eggs very good for the end game. Little fire over here. I don't really need to do anything with the eggs. A lot of them just hatch on their own because they're next to the lights. There is a nook over here that the chickens, they just love sitting in that nook. I don't know what it is about it, but they're just a couple of nook-loving chickens. Here is the door that I never use. And over here in this enclosure, there is the refinery, which of course damages the environment, but with the wall, it's protected for the most part. There are a few things that still get a bit of damage, but it's mostly okay. Here you put the sap, of course. This is the sap hole. And for the other hole, you go up here. And I made a little hole there where I can put the soft tissue. And this area doubles as a chill out zone. I even have a bed there for when I'm feeling romantic and I want to sleep under the stars. But, oh yeah, you will notice here there is a fence going all the way around the stones because despite the walls, I kept waking up with, oh, look at this guy just casually walking. Man, I'm making a video, leave me alone. I don't even have any weapons on me. Wait, just wait there. I'm gonna use the facilities. You know what? Let's give you a purpose in life, old friend. Let's see what this puppy can do. Excuse me, buddy. Well, not bad. Anyway, I had to build this fence all the way around because those guys would just enter my house like there's nothing to it, you know, and next also and other stuff. I did raise up this area, don't ask, it was a whole thing. Very difficult to build along the edge of these stones, you know, there's a mystical force that really doesn't like me. As you can see, I've killed every one of the bosses except for the last one, the Queen and the Mistlands, and I wanted to finish the whole construction before I kill the last boss because even if a lot of it is just for show, it is kind of interesting to try, and the fun of it for me is to try and make it practical so that it actually helps you make progress in the game faster and better and more fun, you know. But yeah, besides all that, let's see, what haven't I shown you yet? I guess it's just a little thing over here on the side of this building. I just wasted some tar and I made a zigzag pattern. And oh, down here, this roof used to serve a purpose, but then it didn't. But I kept it up, so I made a little shed, you know, where I keep some workstations that if I ever need them, I just come in here and grab them. Of course, there's one more area that I haven't gotten to yet, and that is the factory and the port. This is the industrial area, if you will. You may have seen this in the last video, but I have made some improvements. You can see the roof has some vents over there, and I like to have them all in a straight line. This is how I like to smelt. I just go in a long line and I go around and around with the cart, and you do some smeltings, you know. And these are the charcoal kilns. The chests, way too many chests, gotta say. Didn't need them. Did not need 6 big chests over here. One would have been plenty, remember that for later. Anyway, over here we got a couple of wisp fountains for decoration and for wisps. And here is the port with real crystal windows, you know, pretty fancy. Not every port has that. And a boat that fits just barely, but it does fit, so that was nice. Oh, and up there, there's that little thing, I forget what it's called, but it's pretty cute up there, sort of protecting, overseeing. So yeah, that's about all of it. That's about all. Oh, there is one more thing. Wait, I almost forgot. Let me just, before I show you though, let me just go, I'm just gonna go sit down for a bit. Just want the sun to go down a little bit. The last thing I wanted to show you, next to the port over here, if we go out the great southern exit, that's what everybody calls it. If we go over here, you will notice that I built a lighthouse. There it is. This is my lighthouse. Put a lot of lights on it, you know, because it's a lighthouse. It's in the name, I guess. You know, I wanted, when I come home with the boat, I was hoping to see it from a distance so I know which way to point the boat in so I get there more efficiently, you know. That's what a lighthouse does. That's you know what a lighthouse is. I was curious if it would work, and the short answer is no, it does not work. You see it along with all the other stuff, but still it was fun building it. There's a floating stair there. There's a magical floating stair that just refuses to fall, so I just left it up there because it's like a miracle. And who am I to go against the will of God? If you want to refuel it, this is how you do it. You go up through here. You can't actually go inside of the lighthouse, it's just solid rock, but you can go up through here and just refuel the fire from here. So yeah, that's the lighthouse. Doesn't really work, but still it's fun to have, and something's attacking my boat probably. But that's fine, that's about it. This has been my fortress, my citadel, my home. Took a lot of time, but really I wouldn't have done it if it wasn't so much fun. It's a great game. Quite fun. Can't wait to see the updates. And if you liked this and you want to see some other stuff that we're up to here on the channel, make sure you subscribe. That would be great. And check out our full playthrough. Why is it getting so dark? Things are getting super dark all of a sudden. It's scary. Anyway, go ahead and subscribe. Check out our full playthrough of the game. It takes a while, but it's a big long haul, this game. You know how it is. It's a slow burn. It builds up, then eventually you get to this. So yeah, see you in the next video, or I'll see you in Valhalla if not. Look at that moon. That is a nice moon.